Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Okay, now that we have the paint applied, we got our self-etching primer, we prepped them up before that, it's now time to go ahead and put our clear on there. Now, the clear that I'm going to use is called Quick Clear. This stuff actually dries in 30 minutes. Now, this is if you're painting a bumper. That doesn't mean in 30 minutes I can put tape on it, take it out there, put the emblem on. That ain't going to happen. But what it is going to do, it's going to shock itself and crystallize itself to a cured drying that will actually last a lot longer because it's not drying real slow, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm still going to wait approximately 2 days to put this on, just to be on the safe side. But this clear is actually used for collision repair. Like, let's say you got to paint a fender and you got 2 or 3 cars you're going to paint that day. You'd go ahead and use this clear for blending it in onto the fender or whatever. Or if you got to paint a bumper cover, you can use it for that. Very good stuff. So we're just going to mix up just enough, just like that. You don't want to waste this stuff. It's very expensive. We're going to go ahead and add our hardener for the clear, which is half. All right. So we got 1 part of this and then half part, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and then the kicker to this whole thing is this right here. And what this is flattener. Because if we sprayed it with just that, it would be high gloss black, and we don't want that. We want it flat black. So what we're going to do, and you can see, this is our flattener right here, okay? It's a creamy white. We're going to go ahead and add some flattener, but I'm not going to pour it in there because I don't want it charcoal flat. All right, I'm going to take it like this. And we're going to go ahead and add it. It kind of looks like, this brand right here kind of looks like Elmer's glue, to be honest with you. Kind of has like an Elmer's glue look to it. And you want to add approximately 10 to 25%. So we're going to go ahead and get some good solid flattener in there, and then we're going to go ahead and mix it up. When you mix up your flattener, you want to make sure you get all the lumps out of it. You want to make sure everything's mixed up thoroughly. You don't want anything that's not going to be mixed up. And when you pour this into your gun, you definitely want to use a strainer. And then if we look right there, you can see what we're talking about. It's going to be a milky white. Now, the whiter that this gets, as you can see, it's not really super white. Okay, let me go ahead. I want to add just a little bit more in there because you don't want to put too much in, but then on the other hand, you don't want to put not enough. So you want to make it, I don't even really know how to explain it. You just want to add about, let's say, 10 to 25%, and that's it. Unless you're going with a flat look, and then you would go ahead and add more. You can't add too much of this stuff. And I said can, not can't. You can add too much, and what it'll look like is charcoal. So be real careful. And that's what I'm talking about, mixing it up thoroughly. You can see that stick right there. We don't want any of that splattering on our brand new emblems and have white spots all over it. So I'm going to come over here to my touch-up gun, and I'm going to take a strainer, because I don't want any of the dry flattener to go inside there. And then we will pour that in our touch-up gun, because I'm only going to put probably 2 coats of this on there, and that's it. What's up, Garrett? Come on over here.
Okay.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Painting more parts.
Okay, are we still not getting on the camera? Still camera shy?
Yep.
Okay, we'll be over there to look at your car in a minute. Okay, buddy?
Yep.
All right. Okay, I have actually taken the pieces into my paint booth because the wind is blowing and I don't want to get any trash in the clear. So I'm going to go ahead and clear coat them, and I definitely need to use a mask with this. due to the fact that this is the most dangerous stuff. Anything that you add a hardener to is very dangerous to your house, so always remember that. But maybe Garrett could come over here and be the camera guy while I spray these. What do you think of that, guy?
I can do that.
Are your hands dry?
No, not yet.
Okay, are they wet?
A little bit.
Is that grease?
No.
Okay, maybe we can get Garrett in the paint booth and he can hold the spray, the camera while I... What do you think of that? No? Yes?
I'll do it.
Okay. All right, let's get in the paint booth and let's get our clear on our emblems. Watch your step, Garrett.
I'm watching.
All right, we got camera guy Garrett behind the camera. He's not that good, but you know, are you still zoomed out?
Yep.
Can you zoom it out?
Yep, you're zoomed out now.
Okay, I am now? Okay,
Yep.
Good. All right, so we just applied our first coat. I'm gonna put one more coat on it. Before I put that other coat on, I'm gonna let that dry and see where my level of flatness is. That's gonna tell me if I need to add more clear or I need to add more flattener. Okay, thank you very much,
Yep.
Garrett. Great job for not wanting to be on camera.
Oh, yep.
You got a job to do, buddy, before I close down. Let's get her done.
Yep.
Get her done, bud. All right, it's been about 25 minutes since we are using the Quick Cure Clear. We've got to be really quick with this stuff because it'll actually harden up in my gun. Let's go look at it and see if it's activating and turning flat. So if we look at it right here, you can see that the flatness is starting to come out on it. It's not a real high gloss, and it does take time to cure. Once this is 100% cured, it'll cure itself down to a very slight semi-gloss or possibly a flat black. We're hoping that it will be the semi-gloss to match the other letters, but I believe whatever it comes out to be will be really, really close, and you'll never even know. So we'll be back tomorrow after this is done, or possibly in a couple days, and when we get done, you're gonna see what it looks like, and you're gonna actually tell yourself, I learned something from my friend Pete.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, we got our letters painted. We added the flattener to them. We did everything possible to do what we have to do. We went ahead and used the self-etching primer. We scotch-brighted them down to a nice flat finish. And now, it's actually a day later. Let's check them out and see what we got. So if we look right here, you can see it's got a semi-gloss finish to it. And I'm glad I went in my paint booth and put the clear on, because we probably would have got trash in the clear after we painted them, because it was pretty windy yesterday. So I think they came out really nice, and I think we added enough flattener to the clear where they should mimic their way into matching what's already on the tailgate now. So now that our letters are painted, what we got to do is we got to find the center of that. And what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at, hold it right there, I'm looking at 32 3/4. That would be, to find the center of that, okay, that would be 16 3/8. 16, 1, 2, 3 is right here. All right, we got Minnie the Body Shop Girl here. Can you help us out real quick? I need to put this tape on, and look what happens when I move it. If you can come over here and like stretch that out, I'm gonna put a piece of tape here, and we need to stretch it on this end over here, because we got to tape these together so when we peel the other part off, they stay in sequence. So if you can just like hold that letter right there, and then I'm gonna put a piece of tape right here. Okay, now kind of pull on it. There you go. Don't pull too hard. We're just going to put it right on the top here. And what we're putting this tape on here for is when we peel the back off, can you go ahead and tell them why? The letters don't fall apart. Because if we didn't put the tape on and we went ahead and peeled this off, what would happen? All the letters would just fall off. So we got to have this tape on here to hold the letters down. This is where the tricky part comes in action, because we got to make sure that all this is going on properly. So I'm going to eyeball it out with a piece of tape right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and measure the tailgate and find the center of that. We got 63, so what's that, Minnie? 63 would be 31 and a half. So there's the center of our tailgate right there. All right, now we got to find the center of this thing here. And it's going to be, let's see, that's 3 3/4 would be 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 1 3/4 7/8. Would that be 1? No, it's 3 1/4. I'm sorry. So is that 3 inches or 3 1/4? That's 3 inches. So the center of that is going to be what, Minnie?
1 1/2.
It should be about 1 1/2. So we're going to go right here, and I'm just going to make a little mark with my pen. And I don't see the mark that I just made. There it is, right there. Okay. So take my pen and make a little mark. I'm not going to scratch the paint. So that's the center of everything right there. And the way that we're going to put this on, this is the tricky part, is Minnie the Body Shop Girl is going to come over here. We're going to put the wagon on first. Once we get the wagon on, then we'll put the power on. So we're going to take our letters. We're going to peel one letter off at a time, just like this. Uh-oh. Okay, we're all right. Never mind. Okay, I like that. That's good. And hopefully this is going to go on the way we want it. That's why they have the real stiff stuff on there. We're using masking tape today, so bear with us that this works. Okay, are we halfway there? Okay, there's half. All right, hold on now. We got a little bit of paint lingering on the edge of the W. We'll get that off. There we go. All right, now stretch it out. Stretch it out. Grab the tape and stretch it out. Where are you going? It has to go in here. Okay, right there. Just hang on a minute. Fucker. Okay. Hold it right there. Let me mark the tape. Okay, now hold on. Here's the center right here, so that's got to go in the center of that tape. All right, bring it up. Let me eyeball it, please. Okay, hold it right there. Hold on. Hold it right there. Don't move it. Put that on just like that. Alright, because it's got to be on there square. You don't want it crooked. Once we get our letters on, we're just going to push on them lightly because they're going to self-stick. We're going to go ahead and pull our tape off just like this. Nice and easy. Not to pull the paint off. And voila, look what we got, Minnie. So what we have done here, we've created something from something. And when I say that, we have taken something that was made for something, and we have manipulated our way into creating something that can match something else. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. I think the black raised letters from the 2014 Dodge Power Wagon look 100% better than the decal stickers that they charge $285 for. That's right, because I called and asked them about the sticker that goes in here, and they said that's $285. $285 for a sticker that says Power Wagon for a 2018 Dodge. I believe that we paid $50. I think Minnie said it was $51 for these. I spent approximately $25 in paint supplies, a couple hours labor, and bam, it looks pretty awesome. So if you're looking to paint your chrome emblems and black it out, my friend Pete just showed you the right way to do it the proper way. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, taking it to the limits, using my brain to do what I need to do to get her done and do it right. Take it easy. We'll see you later, and happy trails. with your chrome emblems as you black them out.